Hey gang, Baltmatrix here, and today we are taking a look at G Gundam's Gundam Rose. This is a Gundam from Neo, France, and is piloted by George Desand. It's a weird Gundam. I like to call this the Napoleon Gundam. Now, the Napoleon Gundam here comes with a couple of accessories. First off, it comes with a saber, and then a saber in the scabbard. 8 different rose bits. There are 4 deployed rose bits, and then the other 4 I will show you in a second. A pointy finger, and the Corelander. Now the Corelander plugs into the back of the figure by just flipping down the cockpit and plugging it in like that. Overall, I like the aesthetic of the Rose Gundam. It's definitely French. I will say that much. It's definitely a weird Gundam because when I was watching the show, I always thought it was the weakest. It only has the saber, the rose bits, and 2 Vulcan cannons mounted in the head. That's it. Nothing else. With the 8-inch Rose Gundam, you can reenact the rose bit deployment. They are stored here in the cape on the left arm, and word of warning, the cape bits do have a tendency to fall off very easily, as you just saw. What you do is you just raise the cape up like that, and hey, rose bits flying out. Now, the actual number of rose bits, I have only seen it described as many rose bits. So he's got rose bits coming out of the front and the back of the cape unit. And you can reenact the Rose Screamer and Rose Hurricane attacks. However, this looks silly. I prefer to keep it down, to keep the cape down like that, and that virtually makes the left arm completely useless. The other thing you can do is take one of the deployed roses, like we have here, and you can put it in either hand. Now, it doesn't fit too well in the saber-holding hand, but it can fit slightly in the pointing hand, like that. Either way, it looks rather silly. Overall, the Rose Gundam's posability is okay. Like I said, the left arm is all but useless with the cape down. Legs are posable to a point. Unfortunately, the skirts don't move at all. Legs can bend almost 90 degrees, and there is some posability, quite a bit of posability, in fact, in the foot. Head is on a limited ball joint, and arms are swivel joint, and 90 degrees on the elbow. Unfortunately, the whole figure itself is not very posable. Also, getting the hand on and off of the right arm requires a lot of effort. As you can see, the Rose Gundam does look good, and I like the way the Rose Gundam looks. Now, you might be saying or thinking to yourself that this is a very well-detailed figure. Well, I added a little bit here and there. As you can see, all the panel linings were done by me, filled in with a .005 drafting pen. And you can pick up one of those at Michael's or AC Moore or online. So would I pick this one up? Only if you're a fan. If you've got to have the entire Shuffle Alliance, then yeah, you're going to want to pick this one up. But otherwise, I wouldn't pick it up because it's more of a posable statue than a toy. As I said earlier, the left arm is completely useless with the cape. But the right arm's somewhat posable, and the rest of the figure is somewhat posable. So, like I said, pick this one up only if you have to have the Shuffle Alliance and you're a fan. Unfortunately, there is no 1/100 version of the Rose Gundam, only a 1/144. So, this is really all you're going to get if you want to get something in the 1/100 class size.